Introducing the Lazy Man Coaching Method. Now, if you are a coach who actually serves clients on an external paid basis, or whether you are an internal corporate coach who serve your internal employees, your teammates, or your staff. Now, in this video, I want to introduce to you what I call the Lazy Man Coaching Method. Hey, my name is Ulysses. I teach Neuro Linguistics programming, NLP, to corporate professionals like yourself, as well as trainers, coaches, consultants, and speakers. Now, over here, I want to actually get you to actually be able to apply one of the most fundamental yet amazing coaching methodologies that's ever developed by mankind. Now, to give you a little bit of background story of this, I used to attend like a ton of trainings and programs who teach coaching, because coaching is like the #1 tool to help people to achieve success, to achieve productivity, and to achieve the outcome and the goals that they want in their life, right? What happens, probably you also have experienced this, is that whenever we attend another coaching program, it tends to override what we have learned before. It's just like another new thing comes, another new thing comes, and another new thing comes. It's just like, I don't know about you, but I felt that which is the one thing that we can really use consistently all the time to help our clients and to get the results that they want. So I would say that this is like 100% born out of laziness. Right? So I have this 3-step process, really simple. And you know what is the beauty of this 3-step process? It's the very reason that you need to use this, because it doesn't really override anything that you have right now in your hands. In fact, it's going to blow up everything that you already know. Now, in this 3-step process, the very interesting aspect of this is that it is so easy and it's very simple to deploy, because the very first thing that we want to establish over here in any coaching, once again, if you're coaching external paid clients, or whether you're coaching people in an internal corporate organization environment, this is like beautiful, right? So the very first thing we want to establish is that in the context of your coachee, what is the very specific outcome that the client or the coachee wants to achieve? So that is like the very first thing. Now, it is easy to just ask like the clients or the coachee, what exactly do you want to achieve? But you know what? Most of the time, people are not crystal clear about the outcome. Now, I want you to start visualizing this. If I am going to get you to meet me in a specific city, irregardless of where you are watching this video from, now, where exactly you and me we are going to meet? On which specific street, in which exact building, on which floor, which outlet, or which shop, or which unit? So that is like, we got to be as specific as how we can get to there. The reason is because without a specific outcome, we are totally unable to help anyone to actually get into that specific destination. Does that make sense? So with that in mind, once we are able to establish the outcome as clear as crystal, the second thing that we want to help our coachee or our client to establish is exactly, you probably have guessed it right now, where they are right now, right? Very specifically, where are they right now in their life, if you are talking about a specific issue they are coaching on life, or where they are in their business or their career, if that is on that context. So the very same rules apply where they are right now, and we got to be as clear as crystal. Most of the time that people will actually just give you very basic, very surface answers like, we are in a situation that we need some help. Now, what I mean by now, we are specifically looking into 2 broad areas. The very first area is that we got to be able to bring onto the very conscious level of our coachee or clients. #1, what are the specific resources that they have that's able to help them to get from now to their outcome? What are the specific resources that they have? And the second area that we want them to be able to identify are the things that, what are the resources that they currently don't have, but yet they would like to have, so that they are able to get from now to the outcome. Does that make sense? So within this category of now, we got to be crystal clear on like what are the resources that they have and what are the resources that they don't have, but yet at the same time they would like to have. Now, at this point of time, it is very clear that where they are right now and where they want to be at, which is the outcome. So very naturally, the third step is going to be the designing of the process. The designing of the process specifically on how can we get from now to the outcome, which is our destination, in the shortest possible time using the least amount of resources. So that is like the two golden rules that we want to remember at this stage. How can we get our clients from now to the outcome using the least amount of time and the least amount of resources? So which is why this is being represented as like a straight line. Now, the beauty part of this entire process is that a few good things could happen. The first good thing that you may actually encounter that will happen is that most people, once they have a very crystal clear picture of where they want to be at and where they are right now, you know what? Very naturally, they are able to think of like what are the specific action steps to take to reach to the outcome. That is the first beautiful thing that you can actually encounter. The second beautiful thing is that whatever coaching methodologies, framework, processes that you have actually picked up in the past, even to today, you know what? All those things works. But once you are able to have these two established as clear as crystal, the third step over here are exactly going to be where all those coaching processes, frameworks, strategies, techniques are going to be in place. Does that make sense? So some of the time you may actually be using a specific technique to help someone to reach that goal. Some of the time you may actually be using a specific framework to help a person to reach from here to the outcome. So whichever it is, once the moment that we are able to establish these 2 points, everything becomes so easy. So I hope that you like this of what I call the lazy man coaching method. And again, this is entirely born out of laziness. I did not specifically design this, but all I wanted was to actually help our coaches and our clients to get to the intended outcome, to the destination in the fastest possible time and using the least amount of resources. And to be honest, so that we as coaches, we can work lesser and at the same time, we are able to serve as many people as possible. Hope that makes sense for you. So if you like this framework and if you like any other kind of strategies or techniques under the study of Neuro Linguistics programming to help your intended audience or your customers or your clients, now visit this page, the NLP mindcontrolmethod.com, right? It is NLPmindcontrolmethod.com. So visit the website, and I have written a letter over there explaining to you like what are all the possibilities that anyone could actually achieve with the help of NLP. So once again, my name is Ulysses. I look forward to see you on the other side.